Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you all children? I hope you all are fine, and I also hope that you are practicing all the concepts on regular basis. Today we are going to continue the same topic, decimals, and in today's lesson we are going to see how we do multiplication with multiples of 10. We will do division with the multiples of 10, and we are going to see how we compare the decimal numbers. Now, if you remember, in our previous video we have seen how we do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of decimal numbers. Okay, we are going to do multiplication today of decimal numbers, but with 10, 100 and 1000. Okay, the concept is very simple and very easy when we do multiplication with 10, 100 or 1000. Same thing when we do division also. We only have to see how we shift the point. When we do multiplication or division of decimals with 10, 100 or 1000, we just have to shift the points. Okay. So, let us see how we do that. First, we are going to do multiplication of the decimal number with 10. 1.32 into 10. Now, when we have a number like 10, 100 or 1000, we have to see how many places we are going to shift the point. Okay. When we multiply it with 10, there is 1 0, right? In 10 we have 1 0. So, the decimal point will shift one place to the right. So, from here it will shift to the next place, that is after 3. Okay. It is very simple. Since there is 1 0 in 10, the decimal point will shift one place to the right side, and we will get the answer as 13.2. Isn't it simple? Yes, we just have to see how many zeros we have and shift the points accordingly. Okay. Now, we will see the second example, 2.46 into 100. Now, 100 has 2 zeros over here. So, how many places the point will shift to the right side? 2 places. Okay. So, from here the point is after 2. So, from here it will jump 2 places to the right side. Okay. 1 and 2. So, you see the point has come after 6. So, the answer that we get will be 246. Okay. Point, then we can add, after putting the decimal point, we can add as many zeros we want. The value does not change. But since it is a whole number, we can simply write it as 246. The decimal point is here after 6. Okay. And then if you want, we can add zeros, the value will not change. Fine. Now, next we are going to see how we multiply a decimal number with 1000. Now, when we multiply with 1000, we see we have 3 zeros over here, 1, 2, 3. So, that means the point has to move 3 places towards the right. Okay. Now, the number that I have here is 32.5. Now, I have just one decimal place over here, right, that is 5. My point has to shift 3 places to the right. So, let us see what happens over here. From here I start, and first it will jump 1 place, 2 and 3. But you can see that here in these 2 places there are no digits. That means we can just add zeros over there. Okay, the value does not change. Fine. When we add zeros at the end towards the decimal side or the fractional side, if we add zeros at the end, the value will not change. Okay. So, now I have added zeros and the point has shifted over here. Okay, after 2 zeros. So, the number that I will get after multiplying and after shifting the point will be 3250.00. I can, like I said, I can add zeros, the value will not change. So, the number that I have got after multiplying is 32,500. Okay. So, I have shifted the points 3 places to the right. I had just one decimal place, one fractional part. I had to shift 3 places. So, 1, 2, 3. I can add zeros. Here there were no digits. I have added zeros in those places. Okay. And the number that I got is 32,500. This is how we do multiplication with 10, 100 and 1000. Okay. Now, when we do division, I hope you have understood how to shift the points. When we multiply, the decimal point will shift to the right side. Okay. Now, when we do division, the method is same, only thing the point will shift towards the left side. Okay. See, when we multiply, the number increases, the product that we get, the answer that we get will be more in value. Okay. So, the number increases. You can see here the value, the answers that we have got, they are more in number, the value is more compared to the number that we had. It was 1.32. When we multiplied with 10, it became 13.2, which is more in value, right. Same thing, 2.46. When we multiplied with 100, it became 246, which has increased, right, the value has increased. So, when we multiply, the value of a number increases, but when we divide, what happens? The answer that we get is always small, right. So, the value will decrease, it will become less. So, here when we are doing division with 10, 100 and 1000, the point has to be shifted towards the left side. As the point shifts towards the left side, you will see the answer that we get will be less in value. Okay, we will see how we do that. The first example that we have is 88.2 divided by 10. Now, there is 10 which has just 1 0 in it. So, we have to shift the decimal point 1 place towards the left. So, the decimal point from this place will shift backwards towards the left, okay, this, and it will come after 8, between the two 8s that we have. So, the answer that we will get is 8.82. You see, now you can compare the number what we had before dividing and you see the number that we have got after dividing. Here it was 88.2 and after dividing we got 8.82. So, 8.82 is less in value compared to 88.2. So, when we did division, the value decreased and it came down. Okay. So, we will see what happens when we have 100. Okay. 43.62 divided by 100, 2 zeros. So, this point will shift 2 places to the left. So, from here 1, 2. You see the point has shifted 2 places towards the left and it has come before 4. So, the answer that we will get is 0.4362. Now, there is no number in the whole number part. So, we can add a 0 over there. Okay? The value will not change. Fine. So, whole number when we divided with 100, we saw that there was no more whole number, when all the digits went towards the fractional part or the decimal part. So, whole number we will add it as 0, we will keep it as 0. Now, we will see what happens when we have to divide a number with 1000. 6.9 divided by 1000. Now, 3 zeros, so the point will move 3 places towards the left. Okay. But we can see we have just one digit in the whole number part. So, one place it has shifted over here. I need to shift 2 more places towards the left. Okay. When we do not have any digits, we can simply add zeros. You see 0, 5 or 5, both are same, right? Or if I write 0, 0, 5, 0, 5 or 5. All 3 gives you the same value. So, when we add zeros here, the value will not change. Okay. So, I have added 2 zeros and have shifted the point 3 places towards the left. So, the new number that I will get after dividing is 0.0069. Again, we can see that in the whole number part we have no number. So, we can add a 0 over there. The value will not change. Okay. I hope you have understood how we shift the point when we multiply with 10, 100 and 1000 and how we shift the point towards the left when we divide the number with 10, 100 and 1000. Okay. Now, next moving on to the comparing of numbers, comparing of decimal numbers. Okay. The first example that I have here is 0.4 and the next number to it is 0.04. We have to compare these two numbers. We will see what is the value of these two numbers first and then it will be easy for us to do the comparison. When we say 0.4, okay, since the whole number part it is 0, we have to move on and compare the fractional part or the decimal part. In the decimal part I have 4 and here I have 0, 4. Now here 4 means, if you remember in our previous video we had done the place values of the fractional parts. So 4 means it is 4 out of 10, right? 4 means 4 out of 10. That means 10 parts are made. Just imagine that there is an apple and you are making 10 parts of that apple, and out of 10 parts you are taking 4 parts. So your 4 parts that you have got are 4 out of 10. Okay. Now the other side I have 4, 0, 4, 0.04. This means that it is 4 out of 100, right. So imagine the same apple it's been cut into 100 pieces. Okay. Compare the pieces, if you are cutting an apple into 10 pieces and same apple if you cut into 100 pieces, you can imagine the size of each piece. Okay. The 10 parts you are taking 4, okay, where you have made 100 parts, there also you are taking 4. The quantity that you have taken, the 4 out of 100, if you compare it with the quantity of 4 out of 10, which one will be more? Definitely the 4 out of 10, right, because the pieces are big in size. So 4 out of 10 what you have taken will be more in quantity compared to 4 out of 100, because the pieces, when we make 100 pieces, the pieces will be very small. So 4 pieces out of 100 means the quantity will be very less, right. So this is how we compare the fractional part or the decimal part. If it is 4 out of 10 means it is more in quantity, it will be a bigger number. 4 out of 100 means small pieces, right. 100 pieces are made, the size will be very small. So 4 out of 100 will be less in quantity. Okay. So 0.4 is greater than 0.04. I hope you have understood how we do the comparison. It is not about 10 or 100, it is about how many pieces are there, the size of the pieces, okay, and from there how much we are selecting. Okay, keep in mind when you are doing the comparison of decimal numbers. Okay, the second example that I have here is 1.62 and the other number I have here is 1.26. Now whole number 1 and 1 it's same, right. So we move on to the decimal part. 6 and 2. 6 2 or 2 6, which will be big? 6 2 will be big or 2 6 will be big? Definitely 6 is greater than 2. So 1.62 is greater than 1.26. So these type of numbers it is very easy to compare. We just have to see the digits which is greater and we put the greater sign to that number. Next 2.9 and 2.9 both are same. So we use equal sign. This is how we do comparison of decimal numbers. Now we will use the same concept to arrange the numbers in ascending and descending order. What we mean by ascending order? Ascending order means small to big. We have to arrange the numbers from small to big. So we will see which number is the smallest. The 4 numbers that I have here is 7.05, 7.001, 7.8 and then I have 17.03. First we have to always compare the whole number. Okay, then we will go to the decimal part in case if the whole numbers are same. So the smallest number, whole number we will see, we have 7, 7, 7 and 17. So 17 is the greatest, so we will keep it aside. We will compare the 3 7 that we have, 7.05, 7.001 and 7.8. Which one do you think will be the smallest in value? So this is 5 out of 100, okay, 5 by 100. Here if I have to say it is 5 out of 100. This is 1 out of 1000. Okay, the value of the decimal part is 1 out of 1000 and the third one is 8 out of 10. If we have to compare, here 100 parts are made and 5 parts are taken. Here 1000 parts are made. So small 1000 parts are made and just one part is selected. Okay, so selected part is 1 out of 1000 and here 10 parts are made and from 10, 8 parts are selected. Okay, just imagine the same apple, 100 parts, 10 parts and 1000 parts. You can just imagine the size of each piece. So here 7.001 will be the smallest, because the selected part 1 out of 1000 will be the smallest part. Okay. So the smallest number will be 7.001. Okay. Then we are left with 5 out of 100 and 8 out of 10. Which one will be the small? 5 out of 100 or 8 out of 10? 100 parts are made. From there we are taking 5. So that will be small, less in quantity compared to 10 parts made and 8 parts are selected, right? So 7.05 is the next smallest number. Then we have to go for 7.8. And as we had decided and as we had compared and found that 17.03 is the greatest, we will write it at the end. This is how you have to do the comparison of the decimal numbers. You have to look into the decimal part, the fractional part, to decide whether the selected pieces will be more in quantity or the less in quantity. Okay, same way we are going to do decreasing order. Decreasing order or the descending order means big to small. We start from the greater number and we move on towards the smallest number. So let us compare the whole numbers first. 6.25, 62.05, 6.16 and then I have 6.01. Now if we compare the whole numbers, 6, 62, 6 and 6. So 62 is more in value, right? So greatest number over here will be 62.05. Okay, first we will compare the whole number. Now the remaining 3 numbers, the whole numbers are same, 6, 6 and 6. So we have to go and compare the decimal part or the fractional part. Now the first number, it is 0.25, that means it is 25 out of 100, right? Then we have 6.16, that means 16 out of 100. Okay. And then we have 6.01, this also means 1 out of 100, right? So now it is easy for us to compare. So it is 25 out of 100, 16 out of 100 and 1 out of 100. Denominators are same, the total parts made are same. Just imagine 3 apples, all the 3 apples, 100 parts are made. So which one do you think will be more in value? If I take 25 out of 100, 16 out of 100 or 1 out of 100, there are 25 pieces if I have taken out of 100, 16 pieces if I am taking or 1 piece I have taken. So which one will be more in value? Definitely 25 out of 100. If I take 25 pieces from 100, it will be more in quantity compared to 16 or 1, right. So 6.25 is greater in value compared to the other 2 decimal numbers that we have. Okay. So the next number that we are going to write is 6.25. Okay. Then we are left with 2 more numbers, that is 6.16 and 6.01. So again 16 out of 100, 1 out of 100. Which one will be more? 16 pieces out of 100 what we have taken will have more value or the quantity will be more. So the next number is 16.16 and the smallest number is 6.01. This is how we do the comparison of decimal numbers. Children, you all have to be very careful when you are comparing the decimal part. Okay, you have to see how many parts are made and how much we are selecting or we are taking. Okay, on that basis only we will be able to find whether the quantity or the number is greater or less. Okay, just quickly we will recall what all we have discussed today. We started with multiplication of decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. When we multiply the decimal numbers with 10, 100 and 1000, we have to move the point towards the right side. If 1 0, that is if you are multiplying with 10, we shift 1 place towards the right. If it is 2 places, we shift 2 places towards the right. If it is 3 zeros, we shift 3 places towards the right side when we are multiplying. Okay, when we do division of decimal numbers with 10, 100 and 1000, we shift the point towards the left side. If it is division with 10, we will shift 1 place towards the left. If the division is with 100, we shift 2 places towards the left, and if the division with 1000, then we shift 3 places towards the left. Okay, and we have to be careful that when we shift 3 places and if there are no digits over there, we can add 0. Okay, then comparison of numbers, we compare the whole numbers first and then we are comparing the decimal part or the fractional part. We have to see that how many parts are made and how many parts we are selecting. I hope you have understood all that we have discussed today. Children, you need to practice all that we are discussing and we are learning so that you can be perfect in all the concepts. Okay. Stay at home and be safe. Inshallah, we will meet very soon with the next topic. Jazakumullahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la